Welcome to Vermont Fish and Wildlife's Invasive Species Program, LIEP. These videos and accompanying web pages will help you to locate, identify, evaluate and treat, and prevent the spread of these invasive species. This video covers alewife.
The alewife is a small minnow species that can actually get upwards of 10 or 11 or 12 inches in size in Lake Champlain. There's one other lake where they're present, that's Lake St. Catherine in Rutland County. Alewives are kind of a very silvery fish. They're quite thin, and they have a very big head with big eyes and a mouth that's able to open almost the entire height of their head. And they're plankton feeders. They have a high reproductive rate. They will lay a lot of eggs, and they build their numbers up very quickly. One of the native fish species that has been impacted the most by the appearance of alewife in both Lake St. Catherine and Lake Champlain is the rainbow smelt. The other impacts that alewives have is that they have that competition with all sorts of fish. So our native game fish, walleye and bass and trout and salmon, at a small young age as juveniles, they also rely on plankton for food. And with alewives eating so much of that plankton, there's not a lot of food left for these other game fish species. So the way fish species often show up, aquatic invasive fish species, how they show up to new waters, they get moved purposefully by humans. We have regulations in place that prohibit the importation of fish, live fish, from outside of Vermont without a permit. It's also illegal for people in Vermont to catch fish and take them from that one lake live to any other lake and release them. It's illegal to transport live fish from one water body to another. It's often anglers that are the first people to see these sorts of things, and if you look at them and know that it's not something that's native, or you're actually able to identify that, oh yes, look, this is an alewife, and you see that somewhere new, you know, the best thing to do is call the Department of Fish and Wildlife right away and get confirmation of that, and then that lets us know that there's possibly a new aquatic invasive species present, and we can start looking at different management options available.
For more information about alewife, contact Vermont Fish and Wildlife.